In what ways has your network given added values for Nordic collaboration?
Well, I do think for nordregio, which is the Nordic Council of Ministers institution working on regional development, this is very spot on. And there's several reasons for that. First of all, we are dealing with regional and rural development, and these new bioresources are all located in rural areas, and I think there is a great potential for development if we do it in the right institutional setup. That means having a local base, ensuring local ownership, ensuring that stakeholders are on board, etc. And it's of course very spot on in time and relation to the Nordic Council of Ministers, because we have the new vision, which is focusing on both green, competitive and socially inclusive. And within that, we can fulfill and contribute to some of these new actions and new project ideas that we must come up with for solving and showing that the Nordic region is good on being green, socially inclusive and competitive. And a couple of specific things we do is that we are also starting up more cross-sectoral work within Nordic Council of Ministers, where the agriculture, forestry, fisheries and food, which SNS is part of, together with the regional sector, where nordregio is taking part, and together with the Baltic countries, we are having a large project now where we are developing new ideas around the future bioeconomy and where we should have our focus. Some of the foci which I think we will take on is related to the more focus on youth and their involvement, seeing the opportunities related to the digital change that's happening, but also looking more into not only the new bioeconomy with the clusters, but also the established bioeconomy, because there's a huge transformation taking place due to the digital change, also within agriculture and forestry. So there will be a vast opportunity and also very important needs that we can follow up on with help from this network to do a good job, I think, for the future of the Nordics, showing the way on green transition as such.
Give examples of concrete results, outcomes from your network meetings.
Well, first of all, I would say collaboration. We have had several years, and the network, with some travel money and some money to organize field trips and to organize a couple of days to spend together in different areas, enabled us to strengthen the collaboration, but it also enabled us to introduce new stakeholders from the area we visited, both in Finland, Norway and Sweden, and look into the specific problems there connected to the use of the bioresources. And based on that, of course, some new activities and initiatives that could take place.
In what ways were Nordic research contacts important to the results from your network?
Yes, so I could highlight here 3 concrete examples as meetings that we had. So there was 2 field trips and workshops that we organized. One workshop was organized in Finland, in Joensuu, in the forest capital of Europe, one might say. So naturally, we looked into aspects of land use, but also forest-based biomass production in Finnish regions, but also linking them up with other stakeholders from other Nordic countries, so they could learn what is going on in Finland and in the Nordic countries. And we had a second workshop and field trip in Norway, in Hamar, which was focused on land use and land use conflicts, every man's right and such issues. So more like on the land and land use and agriculture issues. And then we could say we brought it all together in our final conference, which was organized in Karlstad, where we had organized a huge conference that brought together stakeholders from all over the Nordics and beyond from other European countries. Where we wanted to kind of establish a platform for people and networks to exchange on the transformation and where we stand in the transformation towards the new bioeconomy, and invited industry, academia, but also policymakers, regional policy makers and local policy makers. And in concrete terms, what we did here, or what I think was highlighted also by the participants as a good result, was that we enabled practitioners to learn from good business cases and best practices, but also created a platform for networking. So businesses could meet businesses met academics and policymakers likewise. And as one of the concrete outcomes that we did, also we wanted to formulate policy recommendations. So what is needed from a Nordic perspective?
What is the added values for you as a researcher to participate in a Nordic network?
Both the research part and the research publications, but also research project parts. I think that was, for me as a researcher, the value added.
Networking for Nordic benefit.